You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button as you come on in. Definitely follow me on all the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything G5 Jeff TV. Now, some of the biggest news to come out in boxing, of course, everybody knows Spence Crawford. It's not happening next. Crawford fight is going down with David Evanesian December 10th. Now, Spence leaked Spence audio came out, and that's bad news. That's bad news. Whenever a phone conversation is getting leaked, that's not good news. That's not good news for Spence. That's not good news for whoever leaked it, and it's not good for the media as well, because we want interviews and things like that with these fighters, and the main thing between the media and the fighter is trust. And we can't be secretly recording, conversations like that's fed shit, like that's snitch shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's not cool all the way around. But be that as it may, you can find that audio on social media. Somebody has it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has it. You can DM me on the social media. I'll send it to you. I definitely have it. But Spence is in a position right now where he is completely surrounded. He is completely surrounded by some killers. Like, he's surrounded by some killers. And Spence calls himself the big fish. He got some sharks circling around him right now. He definitely got some sharks circling around him right now. Jerron Boots Ennis out of my hometown of Philly. He put in a petition to get his IBF shot against Spence. Keith Thurman just got announced as the mandatory for Spence on the WBC side. Stan Jonas, he took step aside money in his last fight against Batalha, was for an interim belt. So Stan Jonas is due for a shot. And then you still got Terrence Bud Crawford. You still got Terrence Bud Crawford. So technically, if Spence was to try to keep all his belts and go unified, he would have to fight Stan Jonas, Boots, Keith Thurman, and Bud. Like that, Spence would be the GOAT. Like, Spence would be the GOAT if he did that. But we all know in reality that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. As fun as it sounds, as fun as fantasy league-esque that idea is, it's not gonna happen. So what is Spence actually gonna do? Like, is he gonna wait for Crawford? Because that's not a guarantee that fight happens. It's not a guarantee that fight happens. Does he wait for Crawford and go through negotiations again and hope that it works out? Does he take an interim fight like Bud is doing? Does he take on a Stan Jonas? Stan Jonas is not an easy opponent. I'm not saying Stan Jonas is a life and death opponent. I think Spence will win the fight just because he's clearly bigger than Stan Jonas. And Stan Jonas, the way he fought against Batalha, he can't fight that type of fight against Spence. Spence too big, too strong. So does he take on a fight like that? He might get nicked up in that fight. I think he's gonna win, but I don't think he's gonna come out of there like unblemished either. You know what I'm saying? So does he take on the Stan Jonas fight? Does he even give a thought about Keith Thurman? We all know how he feels about Keith Thurman. He said he'll never give Keith Thurman a shot. Would he just drop the WBC belt if he was forced to face Keith Thurman? Like, or would he fight him? And then you got Boots on the IBF end, and that's a straight life and death fight. I'm not saying that he can't beat Boots, but Boots, we haven't seen a physical talent, in boxing since Roy Jones. And the one thing I will say is, if Spence is going to take on a Boots, he need to take him on right now. Don't take him on a year from now, year and a half from now, when he's that much better. Boots is so dominant over the past year or so. Like, he's only fought maybe less than 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, his last 2 fights has lasted less than a round. You know what I mean? And I know Boots is always in the gym. He's always working. But if you got to pick an opportunity to try to go after him, right now is the time, because in another year, year and a half, he's going to be untouchable. He's going to be untouchable. Some people think he's untouchable right now. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Spence does. Like, is he going to drop the belts, go up to 154, maybe go see a Jamel Charlo, something like that? Does he stay at 147? See if he, wait around for Bud, or does he fight Stan Jonas and wait around for Bud, or fight Stan Jonas, and if Bud don't work out, he takes on a Keith Thurman fight. There's a lot of options for Spence, but not a lot of safe options. You know what I'm saying? And I love Spence to death. I still think he's the top dog at 147 pounds, but man, he got some sharks swimming around in his pool, man. Like, and we gonna see what happens, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. It's 5. I'm out.